Chongqing is an absolute dream of a city to explore. The adventure opportunities are endless. In the last episode, we explored some of the top spots that Chongqing has to offer, but we have so much more to explore in the second part of this video. From magical viewpoints and best sunset spots to spicy hotpots, Chongqing's unique architecture and botanical gardens in malls. I hope you are ready for this. Hi, if we don't know each other yet, I'm Rita and I travel through China's top destinations, taking you along with me through this series. Make sure to subscribe because so much more is coming and I'd love to have you with me. It is quite hot in Chongqing in the summer months, with temperatures rising up to and above 40 degrees, and this morning starts with that temperature as well. And not one, but 3 escalators. Kind of a random one, but let me explain. Only in Chongqing, China, you will find escalators outside which help you get up to the upper floor, because this city is a hilly one and every opportunity you get to take an escalator or something electrical like this one, you take it. And there I am, up! And while we are here, look at the level of these roads and crossroads. Not only do we have multiple levels of roads for cars to drive through, but we also have casually a train passing through on a lower level of that exact same bridge. Outside of Chongqing, I have never seen such a smart bridge design. Okay, back to the escalators though. We walked up a little bit away from that escalator section to another escalator. It's called the crown escalator and it's supposed to be like super duper deep. All we have to do is find the escalator, and I see already the navigation point right there. There it is. Let's get there. It's so cool here. Right, so where we are about to get is just another infrastructure wonder of Chongqing, and it is called the Crown Escalator. It's gonna help us a lot because, as we have just established, Chongqing is a very hilly city. We have lots and lots of stairs. So there's a lot of infrastructure to help you commute around the city, and I want to see it all, and one of them is right here. In fact, as you can see, people of Chongqing are super proud of their infrastructure, as they should be, because they are showing here how they have built the whole city and all its multiple ways of transport in such an efficient way. I love that. I love when historical pictures are shown because you can just compare it to what it is today. The Crown Escalator in Chongqing spans 112 meters or 367 feet, making it one of the longest indoor escalators in China. Whoa, it is deep! Look at that level! That makes me a little bit dizzy, to be honest, to stand on here. Look at that level of decline. This is so far! Imagine having built that! I'm so happy they have though, because I wouldn't want to climb that in stairs now. Wow! And that's exactly why it was built. It serves as a vital transportation link, helping residents and visitors navigate the city's steepness efficiently. It reduces travel time between the top and bottom locations to 2.5 minutes. It is also a paid facility with a small fee covering maintenance, operations and staffing, which makes sense. We made it! That was so exciting to be on such a massive escalator, and the ride cost 2 yuan. And now we are basically more down, but in the same section as we have been. So just for comparison, this is the road that we have seen from the top level, and then we just went a few escalators down, and now we are on the bottom level of all that. So if you want to get down from up there to down here, you will be taking that escalator as part of your commute. Obviously for me it's just a fun thing to do, but for the people that use it, genius, simply genius to have that. I'm sure this area is a fun one to explore, but I'm actually jumping now in a Didi and I'm gonna be heading to the next destination, which is equally gonna be a transport one. Now, I know you might be thinking it's enough of the transport, but trust me, it's not enough. The one that I'm about to show you now is even more impressive. Come, even walking here through the train stations feels like I'm walking through an airport. It's so long. I don't see the end even in sight. All I can see is navigation signs that are illuminated with lights. It's massive. In we scan with our Alipay app and the transport QR code that we can easily generate for every city we are visiting. Train is just coming. We're gonna jump on it to get to the destination that I actually wanted to get to, because we called it Didi, but sadly we put in a wrong destination. Never mind, because the transport is so well connected that we just have to take one stop until we are there. where we want to be. And in fact, you can really well commute throughout the city by public transport. It's not a problem at all. Look at those stations. Really spacious, really modern, air-conditioned, toilets, baby rooms, everything that you need is right here. Oh, and the train is in it. Come. Oh, it's packed. It's like rush hour time. One station after we have already arrived. So smooth. Everything is so smooth here. Wow, look at that. This station, it looks amazing. And what do we have over there? I think it's like a little library. That's so cool. I see books. I wonder if like people come and pick books. I've seen that already at a different station. So I don't know if that's like a concept here in the city. Let me know in the comments below what that is. But now let's get out of the station. There's a little bit of a queue on the escalator. And let me introduce the station to you. We are at the deepest station here in the city. So I don't know how far deep we are, but we're gonna see now when we climb up all these escalators. Imagine this is your commute line here in Chongqing and you get to walk such amazing tunnels and pathways every single day. Like, I wish my commute in London would have been like that, because in London we don't have that beautiful stations. I mean, there is one, the newer one, but the traditional ones, the older ones, don't look like that. And here in Chongqing, any kind of transport I'm getting into looks like that. Modern, spacious, lots of light. So impressive, it's just so impressive. Everything is like super labeled up. I really feel like I'm in an airport. You see the lines are completely clear. You have colors, you have exit numbers. It's amazing. And even on the walls up there, you see your transfer line. So that says transfer line 9. And if you look on the other side, you see a blue line and it says transfer to line 5. Can't be clearer than that. From there, I went up the many escalators, but honestly, it's just way more fun to see the length of it all while going down. So here we are outside of the train station. So here it is, the train station, and it is not just any train station, because this is just another example of Chongqing's amazing infrastructure. We are gonna be going down very, very deep here. In fact, multiple escalators long. And what do you think? How long is gonna take the ride down? Because this is one of the longest train stations in the world in terms of going down in depth. So let's head in now. Let's start a stopwatch to see how long it's gonna take us. And we need to be right at the edge. Let's go. Good. It is already so steep. Like, look at that elevation level. It looks like a slide down, and we are gonna have lots of them. Don't worry, I will speed up the way down a little bit. But what do you think? How far down are we going in terms of meters? We are at number 7 escalator. So that is a little hint for you of how many more down we're gonna go until we will reach ground level. The escalator is measuring approximately 78.8 meters in length. We have reached level 6 now. So that is our 3rd escalator down now. The escalator covers a vertical height of about 32 meters, which is roughly equivalent to the height of a 10-story building. 4th escalator. I can confirm that it definitely felt like we're going super duper deep, and I was just amazed by the engineering of it all. Number 5. So that is now number 6. This is number 7. That's 7 escalators now already. I think we are reaching the very, very end now. So I can already see the platform to go to your train. So I'm gonna stop my stopwatch. This ride has taken me 7 minutes and 25 seconds to go from the very top to this level. This is incredible. We just went down the deepest escalator ride in China, in Chongqing. And this is where we have just arrived from. I just went up because I wanted to show you how crazy that is. You need to kind of see it when you go down, I feel, because it just gets on deeper and deeper and deeper. And you get a full-on perspective. And look at that right now. It will go even more deep there if you would go down to the train. And this is exactly where I headed to continue on with the journey. We are heading to the next destination already of the evening, and it's going to be a very, very pretty one. I'm so looking forward to seeing it. I just saw the coolest thing on the trains in Chongqing. They had a little sticker on the train station showing which cabins will be air-conditioned and which not. And I think this is simply genius because I'm always cold in air-conditioned places. So to have that division in the first place is really cool, but then to have that information and really clear signage, which train is which number, so you know where to enter, where you will feel comfortable. Oh, we made it to see the view of the city that you see when you Google Chongqing, and it is the famous caves. Wow, they are shining so beautifully, and all the buildings around it, they also are equally beautiful. Everything, just the whole scenery with the bridge in front of it as well, and the boats lining up, and the boats have LED colors on them. It just looks so stunningly beautiful, like a really magical place. I can't believe it. This looks like something out of a futuristic movie. An amazing thing you can do here as well is rent a cruise around the river. And I think that is such a cool activity to do because the boat itself is lit up with lots and lots of lights. I'm sure there's like music and food on there. And you get a view all around the city, and it's night view. It must be spectacular. I've also seen them going during the day, but I really think at night is the time you want to take them. And you can book them either on Get Your Guide, Klook, or I've seen them in the hotels, in the lobby. They're usually like selling points, and you can talk to them directly to book it right from there. It looks really nice. Ni hao! Ni hao! Time to head onto that bridge and walk towards the cave. I really feel like I'm in some futuristic movie right now. Like, I didn't know places like this exist in reality. I mean, I could imagine them in some anime movie, in some futuristic science fiction movie, but this is reality. This is not edited. This is all here, and it really feels like I'm in a movie. And look at that. I have seen these battery bank containers all around the city already. So basically you can take one, charge your phone and return it somewhere else. But to have it on a bridge, on a garbage container is a new one. Ni hao! High five! Yay! Bye-bye! Bye-bye! Clearly not the only ones who are enjoying this view today. So this is one of those places which is just really, really full with tourists. And that's just part of embracing it because it means it's a really good place to come to and enjoy if there are lots of people. Because people wouldn't be here if it wasn't amazing. So don't just trust my word for it. See all the amount of people around.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now get closer to the cave. Let me quickly tell you about it, or what it is. So basically what we are seeing here on the cave used to be the traditional design of how the city was built, because this is a mountainous cliff city. So these types of buildings were the traditional architecture, how they were built into the mountains. But this right here wasn't a building complex. It was a shelter during the Second World War and the Japanese invasion. Then, eventually, when the war was over, this was repurposed with an art project and thought, what can we do with this? So instead of just making it something boring, they decided to make that with the traditional house style, something modern that will attract people to it. And I love that idea of combining something old with something new. And look at that, it's clearly a hit. And the closer we get, I have to say I'm very, very scared because there are like 3 billion people down there. I feel like all of China is right here, right now. people look tiny, tiny, and they're like walking alongside there. I'm very, very scared to get down there, but let's work our way down slowly. Hopefully, we're gonna manage. I think the busyness of people already starts here, so we are jumping over the road and we'll continue this direction, and many people are doing the same. So they have closed off a whole section of the road here because it's so packed on the path to walk. And it seems to be like properly navigated to really control the masses here, which I really like. It feels super duper safe. I don't feel like overcrowded or like claustrophobic. You're so pretty! Shishi! We have made it to the top! Like all these other people, it's all out here! I hope you can hear me! Two? Is it hotpot? Yeah? Shishi! Oh, wow! We came to a hotpot restaurant. That's just anyone. Oh, Shishi! I look hot. She gave me a hair tie. And look at that, the perfect view onto the fridge. I'm so excited. Let's get straight to ordering via Alipay, and quickly after that the broth has already arrived. We took the double option, which is partially spicy to unimaginable levels of spiciness, and the part in the middle is a tomato broth. Our hot pot ingredients are already arriving, and I went to the sauce station. Basically you assemble yourself a sauce with different types of ingredients. Shishi! Shishi! And I have garlic here, coriander, spring onion, chickpeas, some sesame sauce, and we're gonna top it all up with some sesame oil as well. I also have some rice, and we have been given some tea. So excited to get going. So basically, hotpot here in Chongqing is a big thing, and I'm so excited to try it and have it now. Once the broth is boiling, there is nothing else stopping us here from eating what has become my most favorite food in China, hot pot. A food that I have already tried during my food tour in Beijing, although it was different from the Chongqing one, and I could honestly sit inside. That is how good it is. The main difference is really the level of spiciness, because Chongqing is spicy. The way it works is that you order all the sides that you like, cook them in the broth, and then dip it into this rich, fragrant sauce. Heaven on earth, I'm telling you. In fact, Chongqing has around 37,000 hot pot restaurants. That's absolutely crazy. But ultimately, it is a national food here in China and in Chongqing, so I'm all here for it. And the view from the restaurant did not disappoint either. But we didn't come to the caves just to eat. We are heading out and on. Shishi! Bye bye! I'm so full, oh my lord! And now finally back out. Let's head exploring. Wow, it was so hot inside from the hot pot cooking there that I feel this is now really cooling me down. So much is happening. Wow! Look at that. We have so many like restaurants all around us, left and right. It's so colorful, it's so loud. Everyone has a speaker, of course. There is definitely a vibe over here. You can eat food right here as well, so if you want to be more in the middle, you don't have to eat separate like we did upstairs in a full-on restaurant. You can actually just grab food over here from what it seems. And wow, look at that guy! That's a full-on Madame Tussauds statue! He looks so real! Oh my god, it's amazing here! Being inside these caves is really like a combination of entertainment, food, bright lights and fun on multiple levels, while knowing in what beautiful surroundings you are. But one other really fun thing was the many people that were doing professional photo shootings in a national outfit. There were so many beautiful women and men walking around with a photography crew that it felt like we are in Hollywood. But honestly, it looked absolutely stunning to take pictures here. And the nice thing is that you do not only get the outfit, but also the whole makeup and hairstyle with it. Now, I was a little bit sad that we came maybe a little bit too late here and spent a bit too much time in the hot pot place. But I feel like it was a really smart idea because we could walk through that section really peacefully. There were not as many people as you see now here on the bottom around us. So all these people are here already. Ni hao! Shishi! Ni hao! Ni hao! Oh, just miss to see the view on this side, which is the most spectacular one. The lights turn off, point on at 11 p.m. That is as late as they get, unfortunately. But that's just another reason to come back here tomorrow and see that from all the other possible sides. I'm so happy we got to walk through that section already, see it from there, and it's just a little minus that we didn't get like the last Babam view from here. But everything around us is just beautiful. We met so many nice people and the boats are still here. I'm so happy we got the chance to walk through that today. And around me at all these people, wow, I feel like all of China is here right now. It's so packed, there's so many people. I think we are going to be waiting it out a little bit before we try to get back to our hotel. But tomorrow is another full day of exploration here in Chongqing and I already cannot wait for it. Good night for now. This here, by the way, this is the view from the hotel room window. I know, absolutely a dream, right? And we are super high up. In the morning, the view is equally simply mesmerizing. I will link the hotel down below in the description box for you to check out, because not only the view is spectacular here, but also the location and the hotel room itself. I know there are many great hotels in Chongqing, but this one I can highly recommend to you. And with that, good morning from another day in Chongqing. Something that is a really fun activity to do is to head up to the Raffles building, where there is a skywalk and a chair swing as well. I didn't go up there, so I do not have my own footage of it, but in terms of top things to do in Chongqing, it was important to leave that info here, so that you can decide if you want to head up if you're not scared of heights. But even if you're not heading up, visiting this area is a must. It feels super modern, there's a massive mall with its own access to the water promenade, and it gives you all the Manhattan vibes. Okay, so if I didn't go there, where did I go? I have left Chongqing and I've traveled to Singapore. Or am I in Singapore? Why is everything still in Chinese? Where am I? Well, let's check where I am on the map. It looks like I'm still in China, and this right here is one of the biggest malls in Chongqing. It combines shopping with nature in such a seamless way. Everything looks futuristic. Just look at this garden around me. Pretty impressive to have such a hanging garden inside a mall, right? Let me put some stats on it. This light forest, as it is known, has a 7-story indoor botanical garden with nearly 300 tropical plant species, waterfalls and streams. You really forget that you're in the middle of a mall when you walk through this garden. Honestly, I simply cannot believe the amount of things you can find in this mall. First of all, it feels like it is 10 floors tall. It is massive in size, like you can walk around here a week, I would say, and still find new shops to explore. There are so many facilities for people to sit down, relax. There are trains for kids, entertainment buses, even a basketball court. Like, I don't know on what planet China lives, but it's not Earth. It's like some future planet already, because this mall is just absolutely fun. And this garden right here, I mean, it's just a peak of it, but it's really not everything, because the whole mall in itself is just so special. And because you have so many hot days here in Chongqing, it just makes sense to have such amazing malls around for the people and the tourists, because how lucky are we that we get to experience this? Speaking about the gardens not being everything, you need to see this mall in size perspective. It is a 170,000 square meter big shopping mall. And if you're like me and you know it is big but not sure how big exactly, I've converted that to football fields, and it is a proud amount of 24 football fields. Not bad at all. But let's pause the drone shots for now and head back to the things we can do inside here. The garden experience was so relaxing that I wanted to add on another relaxing experience up on top. I tried out these massage and relaxation masks that had the highest quality, and they had physical places to try them out in the mall. This is not sponsored by them, but I genuinely liked my experience, and I love that you can just try them out in the middle of the mall. Let's continue on trying. Okay. Shishi. It looks so futuristic, right? I want to buy the whole shop. Wow, this is amazing. It's a full-on massage on your face, your head, your neck.
I spent quite some time there trying out the mask as long as I could before I headed on to explore more of the mall. This right here, by the way, is just a massive decoration backpack, but I loved it so much that I had to use it in this transition shot to show you.
So many Chinese electric car brands on the market, especially in these malls, and you can go in and try to sit in them and like explore them. I'm just amazed by all these cars and how they look inside. It looks like a spaceship, really. And all of these cars are gonna go onto the roads in China and in the world. Some of them are even already driven around Europe, and I can just see how the Chinese car market is gonna take over the world, because it really feels like luxurious, yet futuristic, yet comfortable. Like, it manages to combine all these aspects in cars in a nice design as well. And you can just come to a mall and try all of them. Look at that. One here, one there. Then we have there in the middle over there. Tesla randomly as well, and some other car brands around. It's really, really special. Even the outside looks so special. It looks like a little garden with coffee houses, little boutique stores and fancy restaurants, and all that in between those skyscrapers. Like, the design of everything is just absolutely genius. Everything here has a purpose, and nothing, no plant, no bench, nothing is here without a purpose. They even have a DJI store here at the Ring, and that is heaven for a DJI user to go into an actual physical store, because in Europe we don't have them as of my knowledge. I've only seen them here and in, I think, Manila it was, where I've seen a DJI store. So this is amazing to enter and see all the products in person.
It's getting dark at the Ring, so let's head to just another perfect evening spot.
We came to this little promenade alongside the river, and this seems to be the picture spot in the city. I mean, admittedly, you have amazing views onto the bridge, onto the caves, onto the skyline here, and there are so many people around, which just says that this is exactly the place to be for pictures. In fact, there are so many professional photographers here that you can hire for a little photo shoot, and you get some pictures as well. But even just sitting here and enjoying that view, it's simply impressively mind-blowing to just enjoy that. You have the boats passing by, all the people passing by. There's a whole energy in this place. I could stare on that view forever and ever. I could be here every single evening, and I really envy the people that live here and get to call the city their home, because you see all these people right here. These are tourists, just like I am, and they all come here equally. So the city is packed with tourists at the moment, just because Chongqing is growing and is becoming the place to be in China.
And all those people want to equally leave at the same time when the lights turn off, just like me.
You really want to leave all the main attractions a little bit early, because otherwise you have traffic like this one to get out of the stairs, let alone speaking getting like a car or any vehicle now, because this is so packed. This is what the Great Wall of China must feel like in peak season. Oh, it's so packed.
Spoiler, I made it out eventually, but if you're looking for another fantastic viewpoint, I've got just the right spot for you, where I headed to the next day.
3, 2, 1.
Get ready.
I managed to catch a beautiful sunset there and then see the transition to the night lights right in front of me. But the plan to have a full-on sunset view here did not quite work out, and I'll tell you why.
Ta-da! Behind me is yet another beautiful view of Chongqing. In fact, there are multiple coffee houses on a mountain perfectly located to have that beautiful view up here. Just look at it. I see the road and all its levels. I see the bridge with the train. I see the road on top of the bridge. I see even the cable car from up here. This is truly the spot for an 8D view. Unfortunately, though, we didn't quite catch the sunset, only a little bit of that. And that is because this place is quite popular, and there is a one-lane road to get up here if you want to come here by car. So if you want to come here for sunset, make sure to come earlier than you think you want to arrive to, just because the queue is quite long. And then you can also pick a coffee house that you like based on the perfect picture spot. This one right here seems quite nice because we also see the road, and the road here in Chongqing is not boring. It's a special thing as well, and you get to order a tea and enjoy that view. Cheers!
You know, I could spend here another lifetime, but it's time to head on to the next big adventure in Chongqing, trying the local food with local experts. I went straight into the top dishes of the city and some really exotic animals. See you in the next episode, and don't forget to subscribe!